Imagine waiting over 140 years for a single building to be finished. Well, if you pack your bags for Barcelona in 2026, you will finally see exactly that.
It's actually mind-boggling when you think about it. I mean, entire generations living and dying while one single cathedral slowly rises from the ground piece by piece.
Right. So welcome to today's deep dive into the absolute must-do experiences in Barcelona. And since many of you listening are, picking up some English along your travels, we're keeping the pace relaxed today.
Yeah, and we'll be naturally weaving in some essential travel vocabulary as we count down our top 10 list.
Exactly. But I have to stop you right there on that 140-year timeline for our first item, the Sagrada Família. We have modern technology. How is it possible that this building is only just finishing its main Jesus Christ Tower in 2026?
Well, it really comes down to funding and, unprecedented complexity. The project relies entirely on private donations, not government money.
Oh, wow. Entirely private.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, Antoni Gaudí didn't design a standard building. It's a true architectural marvel. And an architectural marvel is basically something that fills you with absolute wonder because it's so beautifully designed.
Right. It's a structure so intricate that modern computers are only just now catching up to his 19th century vision.
Exactly. And Gaudí's vision wasn't just limited to churches either.
No, he essentially treated the entire city as his canvas, with item number 2, Park Güell.
Yes. At Park Güell, he applied this philosophy of biomimicry, imitating nature. So you aren't greeted by typical stone statues.
Right. You find a giant lizard crafted entirely from mosaics.
Yeah, and mosaic is a great term to know here. It's the art of taking tiny broken pieces of colored tile or glass and piecing them together into a beautiful new pattern.
I love that. And he used that same organic style for housing, right? Like item number 3, Casa Batlló, it doesn't even look like a house.
No, not at all.
The balconies look like hollowed out skulls, and the roof resembles the scales of a sleeping dragon. I mean, it's like stepping straight into a fantasy movie.
Well, there's actually a fascinating reason for that. It's an homage to the patron saint of Catalonia, St. George, who famously slayed a dragon.
Oh, so he was making the stone breathe and tell local legends. That's incredible. But, taking in all that massive architecture works up a serious appetite.
It definitely does, which naturally brings us right into the heartbeat of Barcelona's street culture. For item 4, the best way to decompress is to take a stroll down La Rambla.
A stroll, so just a slow, relaxed walk under the trees.
Exactly, just letting the city wash over you. And that avenue leads you straight into number 5, La Boqueria Market.
Oh, right, a massive indoor space full of fresh juices and cured meats. Yes, please.
It's a must-see.
But I wouldn't want to fill up entirely there because number 6 is the real culinary adventure, a tapas and Pintxos crawl.
Oh, an absolute classic.
Tapas makes sense to me, right? They're just small plates you share with friends. But Pintxos are different. I know they're bar snacks, but how does the paying work if you're just grabbing bites off the counter?
So it's this brilliant honor-based system. The word Pintxo actually comes from the Basque word for spike or thorn.
Wait, spike?
Yeah. These bite-sized snacks are spiked to a piece of bread with a toothpick. You just eat what you want, and when you're done, the waiter simply counts the empty toothpicks left on your plate to calculate your bill.
I love that, though counting my toothpicks might reveal exactly how little self-control I have.
Well, you can walk it off with item 7, diving into the Gothic quarter. You step off these wide avenues and suddenly you're swallowed by a maze of tight, narrow alleys from the medieval period.
Middle Ages, right.
Exactly. I mean, the stones you walk on are centuries old.
I imagine wandering those ancient alleys can feel a bit claustrophobic after a while, though.
It definitely can. That's why the perfect counterbalance is finding wide open spaces and high altitudes for our final 3 spots.
Right, so for number 8, you head down to the busy Barceloneta beach to just, sit by the water and soak up the sun.
Or for number 9, you go vertical.
Taking the cable car up Montjuïc mountain.
Yes. Riding in a cable car, which is basically a hanging cabin suspended high on a thick wire, it just gives you an incredible vantage point.
The higher you go, the more the urban grid opens up beneath you.
It's a truly stunning view. And stunning just means extremely beautiful or breathtaking.
And speaking of breathtaking, number 10 proves you don't even have to be outside to get a spectacular view. The Palau de la Música Catalana is a concert hall, but the real show is looking up.
Oh, without it.
They have this massive stained glass skylight that dips down into the room. It's honestly like looking through a giant kaleidoscope.
It perfectly encapsulates the city, really.
Yeah.
Whether you're looking at world-class art, navigating medieval streets, learning the toothpick math of a Pintxos bar, or taking in stunning views, Barcelona just surrounds you with beauty.
All while we mastered some great travel vocabulary.
Yeah.
But zooming back out to where we started with Gaudí's Sagrada Família, it leaves you with something much bigger to think about. Gaudí knew from the start he would never live to see his masterpiece finished. In an age of instant gratification, are we still capable of starting beautiful things that are only meant for the generations that come after us?